Today we are filming a music video with Fanfan for her new song, Full. We start our pre-production by using a website called Milanotes. This is a great tool to put together a mood board of sorts for your projects. You can add images for references, lists, notes, songs, and then share it with your talent and crew to see. This helps us visualize what we want the video to look like and feel like. The actual idea for the video actually came from TikTok. There were these videos of these planes classified as F1D that people were creating that Robbie found, and he wanted to implement them into the music video. He handed it off to me to figure out how to make them, and we found a tutorial and a link to Alibaba. The way that these kit planes come packaged in is essentially they are laser carved onto balsa wood, these really thin sheets of balsa wood. And I mean, maybe I'll get some close-ups later, but I mean, this is how thin this piece of wood is I think this is for the tail part of the plane right here. So yeah, super thin. You have to use razors just to cut these out. Luckily, it's not really that bad. Just to make 2 of these planes, it took 2 days, or 3 days. Something to note also is that this isn't an F1D plane. So this kit is actually a little bit heavier than what you'd consider an F1D plane. Guha, what we learned was that this is more like a penny plane. It weighs several grams more. Yeah, so it's even at this weight, with it being a little bit like, I guess, sturdier, you could say, it's still super fragile. But this is what it looks like. It's powered by a rubber band. Super cool, super majestic looking when it's in the air flying. But man, so time consuming just trying to build it. Now, with my build, the plane could stay up maybe like 5 seconds. That is when Robbie started talking to Joshua Finn on YouTube, who is an expert in this field.
Nice. Go, baby. Looks good, Josh.
He led us to Guha, who happened to be one of the few junior world champions that lived right here in Austin, Texas. Even crazier, he was willing to help us improve our plane. So he came over, made adjustments, gave me some extra tools to help with the process, and improved our flight time. Because we have a small YouTube channel as well.
Mm-hmm. Small, and you guys can be like 1 million followers.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Well, like 500. When I actually returned his tools after the shoot, he showed me one of his planes. This one could float longer than my original plane could fly. Yeah. Pretty crazy. Very smart kid, and I'm thankful for his help. But this is Guha's plane. Very different from the one that I made. This thing is really light. He basically just transformed the experience and made this plane way better. And when he tested it out in our room, it was actually like able to stay up in the air. And you know, he asked like, well, how long do you need the plane to stay up in the air? And we're like, 1 minute. He was like, oh, that's no problem. Like that's nothing. And you know, to us, we were at like
every second.
yeah, we were at like 10 seconds.
Yeah, so. And we only needed like a minute because we're gonna shoot the shots in slow-mo anyways.
Yeah.
So we didn't need very long, but we definitely did need it to stay in flight for a little bit.
Now that we had our plane, the next part that we needed was our location. We used Peerspace and found some options, but some of them were really expensive. Or like this water wheel location, most of the area was concrete, and so we went ahead and chose this cabin. We figured even though it was pricey, it definitely offered the best look for the video. So right now we're just location scouting for the music video. About a week out, we did our location scout. This was incredibly important because the cabin cost so much. We needed to maximize the time that we were there. Or even through this window right here. Knowing where to put lights, what outlets are working, and the general logistics of the shoot was pivotal to a fast and smooth shoot. We had 15 minutes, but it was enough to record these videos and put together a lighting diagram. For crew, we had Matt Abervaya as our AC, Nick Caldwell, our gaffer, my little brother Ello and roommate Harry as PAs/grips, and Heather as our Steadicam op. For our camera, we used the FX6 paired with the Atlas Lensco Mercury anamorphic lenses. With all the preparation done, we were ready for our shoot day. The morning actually did not get off to a great start. Our call time to this location was 6:30 a.m. Harry, our PA, was stricken with food poisoning, and Fanfan had actually not even fallen asleep yet because she arrived from LA late into the night. So we moved up her call time to, I think it was around 10 a.m., and we left without Harry. This actually worked out in our favor. One of the things we were worried about was the plane flying outside because the wind was going to be a huge problem. These planes are made for indoor settings, but on this particular morning, the wind was almost non-existent. So we opted to capture the B-roll we needed for the plane first.
Alright. Let's see. Double check the settings. Yeah. Yep. Rolling. Alright. And release the plane. Might need to put more power into it. Oh no, it's gone. That's good. Let's do it. That's your left. let me. No, that's good. Let's do it right here. There you go. Go.
Oh yeah, once you go.
Are you okay?
I'm just like.
Get low someone quickly. It's to your left. Come back around. Come back around. Yep, you're good. Oh, it's really good.
There you go.
Oh, now it's just.
After we got these plane shots, Fanfan arrived to the house and we started prepping for her shots.
Yeah.
Okay, the 4x opal's not in play right now. Do you want me to put in play? And then also whatever that is out there covered by the rag.
For our main key light for the living room and kitchen scene, we utilized a 1200D and we had that punching through a 6x6 cloth. We also had the Godox equivalent of a 600X punching through the left side of the window.
It kind of looks like the sun in that light.
You want to be.
What is good?
Close and never have to crowd it. When you got my thoughts on crowded. Baby, you should stay here instead.
Gameplay back. And action.
Baby, taking my time is just a burning, a flame in my life that I just couldn't keep around me. Feels like an only found in your arms. Baby, you should stay here instead.
And look at the camera.
To fall in your arms. What can't be so long, but it won't change that you're chasing a fool.
We needed to be quick with this setup, and so we just threw up a 300D and had the light bouncing to the right side corner of the room.
And action.
I should say that I can't choose if we're moving slow, but I hope that I'm moving close and never have to crowd it. When you got my thoughts are crowded, baby, you should stay here instead to fall these arms. What can't be so long, but it won't change that you're chasing a fool. So can we go on?
Outside you can see the 1200D that Nick had set up outside, and we just transitioned that over to the kitchen scene.
Wanna ease your suffering, take it all and watch me bleed too. It's love that hate only knows. I can't choose it. Hi. It hurts to be
For this part of the song, we wanted it to be played at 2x speed, while in camera we had the camera set to slow motion. That way when the video is played back, Fanfan would be singing the words in real time, but it would look like it was in slow motion, giving this kind of, I guess, like ethereal feel or soft feel.
Camera speed. All right, and play it back, and very slow. And you can stay there. All right. Was that okay? Let's reset.
I didn't get to get any BTS footage for the rest of this shoot, but it went really well. We were able to capture everything that we needed for this video. I was actually surprised, despite the circumstances and setbacks that we had, that we actually got probably more footage than we would have thought. It really helped that we hired people that were experts in their craft. You know, Matthew, Nick, and Heather, they know exactly what they need to do. I never once saw Matthew swap batteries out of the camera. It was always on. Once we told Nick the game plan, he was always in the background getting set up for the next shot. And then Heather, she was always ready with her Steadicam. If I could take anything from this shoot, it's that hiring the right people for the job is always worth it in the end. If you guys like the video or the vlog, then please hit that subscribe button. If you have any questions for us, leave a comment down below. But as always, we will see you on the next one.